Hello. So it is time for my TBR for the third round of me versus the book wall. So in round one, the book wall won. Round two, I won, but I did end round two early because the TBR was too big and I got bored. However, this TBR and this round is a lot more, it's got a time ending. So right now it is June 10th and I am planning on doing Kid this year. So this one will take me from June 11th, essentially, to July 6th. And right here I have more of a pile of possibilities, as well as the only one that will definitively get read is Hide Your Fear by Kevin O'Brien, because I'm halfway through it right now. So this is my current read. So the idea here is that I have a pile of possibilities here. Some of them may get read, some of them may not. Other books from the book will might get read. This is more of a what I want to read situation. So these right here are all books I'd be very happy reading. So that's my goal for replacing things on this TBR is if I'd be very happy reading it, I put it in. So obviously currently reading Hide Your Fear. We got a lot of manga, we got a lot of queer lit, we got some horror, we got some French classic literature because I rewatched the Notre Dame de Paris musical today, so we got all that. So first up, I have The Smile Has Left Your Eyes by Danielle and Dawson, which is I believe a self-published sports queer coming of age, coming out kind of story, which looked like a fun one. Actually looked very depressed, but I was intrigued. Then we have the next volume of Sasuke and Miyano. I'm on volume 4. I would love to continue out the series. I think it's adorable. We've got Battle Royale 15. I just need to finish up my read of the series. This is the very last one, and then I can shelve it and we don't think about it again, except for when I'm thinking about Shinji Mimura. Alright, Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. I have read this book before, but I did, in one of my sort of bad situations, I bought the entire trilogy on Amazon. I think I read the first two. I know I read the first one. I know I never read the third one. I don't remember about number 2, but I'm excited to reread. I've got His Favorite, volume 11. This is my next volume of His Favorite. Very fun series. Very excited. I have You and I rewritten by Chip Pons, which was a Rainbow Grit book. I fucking love how beautiful these books are constantly. So we've got this. You might also notice that the book wall is looking pretty terrible. That's because I'm just shoving shit, man, at this point. The Salt Grows Heavy by Cassandra Khaw. This is a novella. It's very quick. I love Cassandra Khaw. I'm very excited. I think this is a little bit more fairy tale-esque than her normal stuff, but I did also really enjoy These Deathless Bones, which was a fantasy, so hopefully I will enjoy this as well. I've got I Was a Changed Slasher by Stephen Graham Jones. I recently read The Buffalo Hunter. Killed me a little bit. Obviously I've also read, like the first 2 books in the Indian Lake trilogy. I've read Only Good Indians, Mongrels, Night of the Mannequins. I'm excited to get back into more like very meta horror Stephen Graham Jones, because his indigenous horror really fucks me up inside. We got Wormwood by Poppy Z. Bright, which is, I believe, a collection of short stories. I obviously, of course, have read Exquisite Corpse. I read a couple of other short stories by her. I wonder if any of them are in here. I don't think they are. I read, that art, beautiful. I read, Mussolini and the Axeman's Jazz. That's what I read. Alright, I've got Game Changer by Rachel Reed. I read and loved Heated Rivalry. I'm excited to read more. I have Home Office Romance by Kitetsu Yamada. This is who wrote Sweat and Soap. I read the first 5 volumes of Sweat and Soap. I really enjoyed it. This is a one-shot, 1-volume situation. And now we have my classic French literature. They're both by Zola. I took all of these from either my current TBR or the TBR that I was planning on doing next. If I had been able to get Notre Dame de Paris in here, I definitely would have, but as I didn't want to go digging, I've got Les Moi and The Debacle by Zola. Alright, then we've got A Cat Jumping Down. Tomo-chan is a Girl, volume 4, continuing out this series, very excited. We have The Butterfly Girl by Renee Denfeld. I read The Child Finder earlier this year, late last year, and really enjoyed it. So it would be fun and good to finish it up. Finish up the, I believe it's just duology. And then I have a reread of Salem's Lot. I was putting books away, let's shove them into the book wall. I still have a good chunk to put in there, but this is all I care about right now. And I came across and I was like, yeah, I'd reread Salem's Lot. So yes, this is my pile of possibilities. This is what's definitely going to happen. I will continue doing this as I have been doing it, so -1 whenever I finish a book, +1 whenever I receive any, because I did allow myself, because I was down 6, I allowed myself to do a little bit of ordering. I didn't do much. I think I got 4 for sure, and then I did, because I got a Rainbow Crate box, like, off of their shop for like $25, so that's 2, and then I ordered 2 books, and I did a bid on some on eBay, so I may or may not get those, and that's why I love myself. I think I've decided that the only times I am buying books online is when a situation like this. Otherwise, like, if I'm in a situation where I can buy them in person, I can, because I'm just not in those situations very often. But yeah, that is that. I will talk to you as soon as I finish a book, receive a book. I'm going to say it's likely I finish a book first. So, alright, -1 from the book wall. I did finish up Hide Your Fear. I think this is my favorite Kevin O'Brien I've read, honestly. Like, it was just interesting. It was fun. It had me guessing on the mystery. Kevin O'Brien is very much like grocery store thrillers. And I generally enjoy him. He's a very quick read. This is thick. It take 2 days, honestly. Generally, I don't think I've ever spent longer than 2 days on a Kevin O'Brien book. But no, it's over. It's a good time. Yeah, minus another book from the book wall. I did read The Salt Grows Heavy, and I fucking loved it. I loved it so much. I loved it so much. And this really just keeps cementing the fact that I do love Cassandra Clare. I do love her writing. I really enjoyed Nothing But Black and Teeth. I thought it was a fun time. I know a lot of people thought it was kind of tropey and weird, and her writing is weird, and her writing is kind of weird, but it's great. And then I read The Dead Take the Train last year, and it was one of my favorite books of the year. But then that one is written with another person, so it's like, maybe I don't put this. I was in love with the Plague Doctor. It didn't even matter to me that I was like, they fell in love like she loved the Plague Doctor way too fast, because I also loved him in that, within really the first 15 pages. I love them. They were the best. And I do really enjoy the writing. I know that it's a little bit flowery, it's a little weird, it's a little bit funky, but it was wonderful. It was wonderful. I have, she's got a book coming out in July that I've pre-ordered. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. +1 to that monstrosity. I got another New Yorker in. What do we got in here? Nothing that stands out, but I do think that some of it could be quite interesting when I get into it. Oh, Elif Batuman and Vladimir Nabokov. Oh, I really liked The Idiot. I really did. And, I mean, Nabokov is a beautiful writer. That might be an interesting one, actually. Oh, hello, -1 from the book wall. I did finish up Salem's Lot last night. This was a fun reread. I love Jimmy Cody so much. He's my favorite. I love him. Like, I don't know what it is about Stephen King's Doctor characters, but I think Jimmy Cody's where it all started. Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm reading next. Oh, I guess we'll see. But I just got a book. I just finished this last night. No, it's a classic King for a reason. It's a classic for a reason. All right, +2 the book wall, because I've been spiraling a little bit. It's got 2 historical fiction gay novels. I have In Memoriam by Alice Wynne, which I've seen a bit about in a couple different places, as well as Lie With Me by Philippe Besson, which is translated from French. And I was just like on the recommended when I purchased this one, so I figured that they would go together nicely. So there's that. All right, -1 more for the book wall, which did make my day stay even, which is good. All right, -1. I did finish up the 15th volume of the Battle Royale manga, and I do think that this manga is the only is the adaptation of the story where I like Shuya and Noriko the most in it, because Shuya is so just bullheaded and kind of dumb, but he's got so much heart. I don't know. And in the movie especially, it's not as, he's not as interesting. In the book, he's not quite as interesting. He's not as interesting as a lot of the other characters, but in the manga, he's pretty fun. And Noriko is, I do it. I love it. I love it. It's a great series. Don't read it unless you're really into the main story because it is just so ugly. But the art style, it's hideous. I did finish another one though. All right, mine is another one. I finished up Let's Do It Already, Volume 1 by Aki Kusaka. This is one that I got in Hansama when I was still getting that, and it's very cute. It's very fun. I think at this point in time, I am intending on continuing on with it. I don't know how long that will last, because it was very cute, but I don't know if it was quite cute enough. So we'll see. As of right now, though, I do intend to continue on with this series. All right, we've got minus 2 more. I read too much today. My head hurts, but I did finish up both Game Changer and also Wormwood. Sorry, Game Changer first, and the absolute urge I feel right now to go onto Amazon and order every single copy of these books in like their fun like paperback cutesy cartoon covers is immense. But I'm not going to do that because quite frankly I don't need it. And like it was really just a big urge. Like I don't know that I really like, I mean I gave this a 4-star, you know, so I don't know, but the urge is definitely there. And then Wormwood. Is it as good as Exquisite Corpse? No. Is anything as good as Exquisite Corpse? You know, but no, definitely has some really fun stories in here. Really loved it. Just beautiful, gorgeous. Loved it so much. And that's where we're at right now. Minus 1 from the book wall, and it's another one of my favorites. It is my favorite classic, my favorite book I ever had to read for school. Lord of the Flies. I love Lord of the Flies so much. I wrote an entire book about it. I love this book. I love this book. It's got it's just, it's Lord of the Flies, man. Like, it's Lord of the Flies. All right, minus 1 more on the book wall. I did read the 2nd volume of Bungo Stray Dogs, and this is the first time reading this one. I read the first volume a couple times and like, I'm gonna continue the series, and I never did. However, this time I think I own like the first 5. I just kept buying them, and I really like this. I really like it. It's just so fun, and it's sad, and I like the characters, and I'm just like, I understand why this got a really big Tumblr fandom. Is kind of my vibe here. But no, I did finish it up, and that is another one off the book wall. Hello, minus 1 from the book wall. I did read You and I, rewritten by Chip Pons. This was sad. It was sad. I thought that the romance moved a little bit too quickly. It's a very short. I think we could have done with a little bit more stretching out of that. But I do also think that the book really wanted to get that settled so that it could focus in on what it really wanted to focus in on. And to that I say, I think this book should have just been longer. It was good. I mean, it was good enough, but it should have been. I could have taken it, honestly, at twice the size. Stretch out some stuff, you know. I don't know, but that is minus another one. Minus 1 from the book wall. I finished up volume 4 of Given, and I know I have like, I think 5 and 6 in the book wall. I'd have to look it up. Unfortunately, I've decided, I don't know what it's been about this past week. I've just been like spending like crazy. So now every time I want to buy something, I just make a little check mark. and I started this like 12 hours ago. I'm at like 5. So I have to check that out. I think I'm gonna have to wait until I go to like a Barnes & Noble to pick up anymore. But when reading this one, I remember volume 3 didn't impress me very much. I loved volumes 1 and 2, but this one, with all of it, all the stuff with Haruki and Akihiko, I'm just like, oh, it's wonderful. This is just such a beautiful series. Like just in terms of art, it's wonderful. We get to see Akihiko's, I guess, kind of extra right now, and we meet him a little bit, and he's kind of a jack. I don't know. I love it. I'm very happy about it. It's a good time. All right, let's talk about confidence. So minus another one from the book wall. This was sad. This was a sad fucking book. This was very depressing. I don't really know how I feel. I think I like the symmetry of the ending. But I mean, yeah, this is sad. I'm sad about this. Depressing. 5 stars, obviously, but like, hello, minus 1 from the book wall. The light has left your eyes. The smile has left your eyes. Sorry. By Danielle and Dawson. This was very melodramatic. It was very much like a you just gotta kind of eat up all the drama situation. My God, this boy kept trying to kill himself constantly. Oh my God, it happened all the time. And like, I understand why. Like, the first 100 pages of this book, he's getting violently abused in many different ways. I'm like, oh my God. But no, I think it had a bit of a quality to it. This is the only book that Dawson's come out with. I came out a couple years ago. I do kind of look forward to see like if she comes out with anything else, because it was, you know what, it had a certain star quality to it. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. But no, like, my God, there's so much happening. There's also a lot of plot. Like, this book follows a long period of time. There was, I feel like the middle kind of felt like the natural ending point, and then it kept going. I was like, how the hell is this going to keep going? And then it did, and I did, you know, like the ending well enough, but I'm just like, oh my God, there's so much happening. Hello, we've got +6 for the book wall. Let's go. First up, I do have a Trailer Park Prince by Andre L. Bradley. I did get a Rainbow Crate like backlog box in, as well as the Ballad of Jacques de la Haye, which I'm sure I am saying wrong actually, but by who's that by? Brian Cameron. I got a bunch of Victor Hugo in. I don't know. I got a copy of Les Mis. I got The Last Day of a Condemned Man, and I got The Man Who Laughs. And then I did also get the June 16th New Yorker. So, oh, -1 from the book wall. I did finish Wrong Locker last night. I feel like it was really given Wattpad. There was a lot here where I don't know how much the author understood about how things work. Also, this book did come out in 2022, I want to say. 2023, and a lot of the stuff that they were talking about was stuff that I remembered from high school. I feel like the author is about my age, maybe a tiny bit older, but when they're talking about music, they would go on iTunes and buy songs, and I was like, was it 2011? What the hell? I don't know, it wasn't very good, but I did finish it up. I have a quick +3 to the book wall. I've got Young Mungo by Douglas Stewart, The Staircase in the Woods by Chuck Wendig, and Mujina Into the Deep by Enio. So I don't know. So there's that. Right, that is the end of the mood reading version of Kill the Book Wall. And despite the fact that I did have some slip-ups there at the end, not all those books have come in. And so I'm still down 3 for the thing. And now next up, episode 4 is going to start the Herkyed run of this. And those ones are going to be a bit more general, usual vlogs. But I am going to try and keep a little tally of where my books are. But yes, down 3, I'm at 25.95. I'm still not below where I was originally, but you know, you know how it is.